Alright, well, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, so let's get started right away. I think this one is Zompta. I don't really know much about him. I know he was part of the Twin Guard. Let's see. Let's actually search him up right now. Zompta. Okay, yeah, let's see here. From the Amazon. I do remember he was part of the Sultan's Twin Guard 2.0, which is personally my favorite of all the ish videos. Let's see. Okay, interesting. That's Stormy Hill, but it's not him. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so I'd say he's a pretty solid character guy thing. I'm gonna put him in around B tier. Next is Drip Chicken. I don't think he needs any introduction. I already know him, but I already don't know about him and everything about him. But just for the sake of the video, we're gonna look at the official wiki page for him. Los Pollos Hermanos. He's only been in 2.0 and 2.7. Oh, I didn't know he was in 2.7. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think he's all right. In terms of story wise, I guess he wasn't that important. I think he has to like serve as a way to add characters into the add like a way to see this culture, I guess, of desert nations. I'm gonna put him around A tier. Now this is Davarit. Yeah, Davarit. I actually like Davarit a bit. He's pretty cool, pretty chill guy. Let's check him out on the wiki. Yeah, Davarit. Prisoner, but that's in 1.7, that's pointless. 2.0, yada 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 yada. Da, 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 da. He's the one who helped Saporada do the assassination on Storming Hill. So I think he's pretty cool. He also changed his skin to the freaking like Neko arc for season 2.5, which is also pretty amazing. I would not have had the courage to do that. So props to Davrit, yeah, Davrit. I keep forgetting which one's which. Props to Davrit for making himself be Neko arc for that season. That was really cool. Okay, next is Seth Hyphen. Let's see. He's the one who did the whole cult, isn't he? Like the what's it called? The cult of personality. Yeah, I remember him. He was mm, he was all right. You know, the wiki isn't very revealing about Seth, but I think he did a pretty okay job. And I put it on B tier. Next, you have Yeet Speak. Pretty much all he did, he's right here. Pretty much all he did, I think, is just like do the war and like with just like potentially start doing the war with the sea people. So like he's all right, but not 100% all right. You know, he's like not the best, but like not the worst. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put him around the same tier as Seth. Okay, there's Wazuk. What a guy! I think this might have to be our first S tier because this guy is just awesome, dude. I loved Wazuk actually. It was very I really liked him actually. Very cool guy. I'm pretty sure we all know the story of Wazuk, but if you don't, he pretty much set up when Seth Hyphen and Yeatspeak were to go to war, and like those they were on the Jungle Island for season 2.0, I believe. He set up a trap to to pretty much kill a lot of people there, which would inevitably unify the entire Jungle Island, which was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, shoot! I think I forgot. No. That's. I think that's 20 JP, the JP 20 or something. That's for State season 2. That's definitely one of the guys. Yeah, I think it's 20 JP. No, shoot. Oops, that's a embarrassing horse crown. Yeah, horse crown. I like horse crown. I didn't really see much of him in the other than like some of the stuff he did with diplomacy with Sidefall in season 2.0. So I don't really know how much substance there is to him. I'd have to figure out more about him, but he's probably going to go down here below beneath all these other guys. Okay, turn tap. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel bad for doing this because like You did help say you did do like some pretty important stuff. I'll just put you on C tier. Yeah, C tier seems all right. Okay, Sitzkrieg. Ooh, the Mr. Commonwealth himself. He's all right. That's what I will say about him. I do know he released a video about his perspective on like Mykonos, I think, in Commonwealth. So I haven't checked it out yet, but so far he's going to be around B tier, around the same level as these guys who are maybe A B tier. It depends. I'll see later. Now freshman. Okay, that sounds a bit weird out of context, but freshman, the fourth president of Aperion. I personally really loved Aperion. I actually wanted to join Aperion during 2.5, but I never got in, so it just didn't happen. But freshman, he was a pretty cool guy. I think I was like in some of the Discord calls for the writing of the Constitution of Aperion, and it was pretty fun. I'll put him around C tier, B tier. Okay, Flix on. I actually appreciate it, dude. I actually appreciate what you did for the entire video. You made it a lot more interesting than it would have been. It was just like guys just sitting there doing nothing. You made it a lot very fun and very interesting. You definitely go on S tier with Wazik. Okay, that's Legacy. Legacy's been around for a while, hasn't he? Let's see, Legacy AN. There we go. So Legacy's been around since season 1. Gosh darn. He's been in every single one of them. Lucky guy. So I don't know what he did in 2.5. Oh no, he was trying to run for president in 2.5. Oh, president of Luminara. Well, leader of Luminara, I guess. 2.0, right, what did he do in 2.0? Let's see. Like Kinoshima. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I do remember he was in all the other events, like season 1. He was like the guy who was like hung out with his parrot. Um, but aside from that, I'd say he was a decent character. But so if it weren't for like what he did in Luminara, I'd put him around C. Actually, he barely shows up, so I think I'll put him on C too. This is gonna be like pretty much based on like how much I like them. I liked Legacy, but like not as much as I like the others. Okay, Joe Feel. Joe Feel was all right. I do see some of her Twitter, some of her Twitter posts are really funny. Let me see if I can pull some of them up. Let's see, Joe Fiel. Why don't I just go on Twitter and search Joe Fiel? Let's see. Nope. We're not going to do that. We're just going to search up straight Joe Fiel. Where the heck is Joe Fiel? What is all this? What? Where can I find Joe Fiel? Is this Joe Fiel? Yes, it is. Some of Joe Fiel's. Let's see if I can find one of Joe Fiel's posts. I actually like some of her posts. They're very. I like her posts. They're very. Say. More thoughtful than the others. If you consider some of the other posts, like the ominous Fluixon's posts, he's very. Yeah. He's a very funny guy. He's a very funny guy. That's all I have to say. He's a bit of a prankster. And she also did some pretty good. I didn't really hear her talk much in 2.5 video, mostly because she was probably dead. Most probably because she was dead in the video, but I like her. Hey, now Director 7. Man, dude, Director 7's gone. I'm gonna put him in. Actually, I'm gonna have to make a new tier just for him. Director 7 tier. There we go. Bruh. That's S tier. That's Director 7 tier. There we go. Now, let me explain my reasoning for this, because I'm pretty much his employee. I was gonna be his in his one of his group he was gonna make, but now he's gone, so I have to. But I really liked him. He was cool. All right, now we're on to Alanulo. He kind of cooked for both seasons. It's like a bunch of seasons. He was like in 2.0. He was Akiel on now 2.7. I know there's this like one really funny GIF going around about let me see if I can find it. Elon Yulo, what does he even do? Come on, let's see if there's okay. There's no what does he even do, Elon Yulo? But like that GIF of his is real. That like GIF of him with like is really funny. But I actually really appreciate what he did. I think he's pretty good. He goes up here, A tier. Sidefall, also a respectable A tier. Seneca, I S tier just for like sticking to the character and like not bailing on the character roleplay like halfway through. I really respect that. That's pretty cool. Storming Hell. Now I don't know what happened to Storming Hell. I'm sure there's like some drama that happened and like he got banned for something. I don't really know. I don't really know. It's like my place to ask. So I'm just gonna base it off like what I know about his character in the videos. He was very very good at the roleplay, which I guess is sort of like due to his him being Muslim and him like basing his nations off of Islam. So the roleplay is a lot easier, but I think he did it well in the scenario that he, like the context of the Minecraft video he was in. So he's gonna go around an A tier. Pretty much all, I think most, if not almost all of the main-ish characters are gonna be in around the A tier and stuff. Okay, alkaline, alky. All right, he's going in S tier, and let me explain why. Although he did not do a lot during 2.5, right? Like he died in the first couple of days. I love that man. He's really cool. He's like very smart guy. I think pretty smart guy. It was fun just like tuning into all the constitution writing, some of the constitution writing meetings, and like I remember there was this one time during a constitution writing meeting where everybody was in, right, and then literally nobody talked and nobody did anything. And we talked for like 2 minutes, and then everybody. And then I think it was Alki or Freshman or Lukey or something. But then they were like, "So, is there anything else that we want to talk about?" And everybody was just like, or just everybody agreed and said, "No, I think we're good." And then we just ended the meeting there. It was really really funny. But yeah, Alkaline Alki S tier, and also because you're like a pretty good leader. Ooh, Solev. Solev. I'm not knowledgeable enough about Solev. Let's look him up. Oh, the Solev Union. I have no idea what that is. Okay, Solev 1.5, 2.7, 2.7. Okay, so he did a bunch of stuff in season 1, notable being the ruler of the Solev Union, head guard, and later warden of prison. Okay, let's see, what did he do? I think I remember seeing he was like a pretty good PvPer as well in that video, right? Bruh. So was forced to flee on the topmost part of the wooden fence, leaping for the stone bricks of the shaft of the jungle between the ground. He died of fall damage. That's like the curse of every single MC, like villain in these itch videos. So he died. Well, isn't he's pretty much the main antagonist of 2.7 of 1? That's what I think he is, isn't he? Yeah, I have no clue. But he died, which is actually kind of funny. All like every single person who's the main character, they all fall somehow. Like Solev fell here. I think in 1.7 he also fell. Let me see. In 1.7, I'm pretty sure he also died by falling, or like someone got knocked down by falling. Shoot, I think it was Solev who like fell, but it was so funny. And then there's also some of the characters also fell down. There's obviously Sakurada, the original go climb up your tower, you know. And then after that, and there's also a Lanulo who fell and died. And then in 2.5, there's Seneca who fell and died. I'm pretty sure she fell and died. That's what I remember. And then there's also then Flixon. He fell, but he didn't die. But he fell off another high tall building. That's like what a crazy coincidence. And in 2.7, I'm 100%. Oh, Friday. I'm pretty sure Friday died by being knocked off the wall by someone. That was crazy. I should probably add Friday to this. Yeah, let me see. Is there a Friday pilot on here? Come on. No Friday pilot. Bruh. No Friday pilot on 2.7 wiki yet is crazy. Well, just for all that, Solev was pretty interesting guy S tier. Call me Cass. I don't know a lot about Cass. I'm not gonna lie. I do know she led the Cass Coalition in 2.5, but Cass, all in all, I don't know a lot about. I'm not adding to make this E-row just for Cass, but she's probably gonna go around C, even though she's like a main player in most of them. I don't really know a lot about her to like accurately judge. I'm gonna get a lot of flame for this in like a comment in the comments, aren't I? Saying, "Oh my gosh, this is such a bad tier list. I would have put everybody differently," which is fair. This is just my opinion. It may not be the best opinion, but it's just an opinion. Now, Benji, Benji. Dude, how did Elysium turn out for you, dude? Elysium, you gave too much power to the people. I'm sorry. You gave way too much people to like power to all the people, dude. What you literally gave them pretty much all the power to like choose what they want to do, which is all right. But I'm not going to lie. From what I've seen in the video and from what I've heard from like players, is that you had literally pretty much little to no control over like what your nation did. Everybody like people decided based on how good, how much people actually liked it. What the heck is Charlie Kirk? Oh no, oops. Okay, ignore that. But yeah, dude, I don't know what to say. You did like then I think you did like a Saporada, so I'm gonna put her around D tier. Okay. Oh, a freaking turkey! Look at that. It's a freaking turkey, yo. Alkaline Alki. I'm kind of debating whether Alkaline Alki should be on the same level as all these other guys. Because Wazok, he was cool. Fluxon was aura farming. Seneca was also really cool. Soliv was awesome. Alki, he was cool, but this is based off like I'm gonna move him down to A tier. Still a respectable tier. Okay, I might actually have to rework some of these. Sidefall, he's up there for just being like doing all the crazy stuff he did. Ilanula is also up there for doing all the crazy stuff he did. Should he be up here? Let's just put him up here. Drip Chicken. I'm gonna put him down here, B tier. Doggard also gonna be down there. This looks a bit more fair. Let's see, who does not deserve to be up here? Well, that's not accurate, but let's say, yeah, Wazak. Okay, if these are gonna be the standard for like my S tiers, then these guys, although they were great, although they were awesome, I do have to say that they were leagues better than them. Now for a freaking turkey, he did really good. His RP, his roleplay was awesome. I loved him. I don't know. There's not a lot of complaint here. My personal favorite, he's actually from my personal favorite video is always going to be 2.0. Some people will be like, no, that's not right. Or like 2.5 was way better. That's just my opinion. Like you're watching a video about a guy giving out his opinion, and then I don't want to see no one get mad about hearing someone else's opinion. All right. So a freaking turkey. He's a pretty cool dude. Mm, uh, yeah, he's cool. He's cool. That's it. Alrighty. 3 below 0. Let's see. So he was leader of Luminara. Let's just put him in A tier. No, wait, no, B tier. Yeah. Honestly, if the character 3 below 0 should have exercised more control over Fluxon and gone to the nation meeting. That's way more important than just building some bridge, in my opinion. If you're gonna, because like you want to let people know who's actually running the nation instead of just like letting some little twink boy in like a nice jacket go up. If you're the leader, you got to let them know that you're the leader instead of just like letting someone go up for you. But yeah. Okay, Night Arcturus time. Knight Arcturus was a guy. He did build all the stuff, but like, what did he do? Actually, wait, he's gonna be here. I'm sorry, Benji Button. You're kind of lonely down there in D tier. Okay, Saparada. That is the question of the hour, isn't it? He's gonna go in B tier. Or no, A tier. Nah, I don't know. This is hard to decide. Let's leave him for the last. Okay, we got 20 JP. I actually don't know a lot about this guy. Okay, the Invisible Hand. Okay, not a lot of information. Not gonna lie. Okay, well, I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything in here about 20 JP ish? I get all my news from Le Twitter. Okay. Ah, there we go. Oh, he was also part of the Commonwealth? I didn't know that. Let's see. Ah, there we go. There, he was here. What did he do? Okay, not a lot to see here. He might have to go down here. All I know is he did some like plane stuff, but not a lot, if I remember. Zekor. He was alright. He was one of the, if I remember correctly, he was one of the Commonwealth leaders, wasn't he? Yeah. He was one of the Commonwealth leaders. I'm gonna put him in A tier. He was alright. That scene of him like up against Shpood was actually really cool. Oh shoot, I forgot to mention something about Solev. You know, if you look at his skin progression, Solev skins. No. Yeah, if you look at Solev's Minecraft skins, look at this. Let's see. Freaking villains fandom wiki. Look at this. Default is him, right? This is Christmas him. This is default Solev, Christmas Solev, then Warden Solev, right? If you look at him, then he goes all the way to freaking awesome Imperia Solev. The funny thing is, you gotta know that he's his skin progression is exactly like this one guy that I know. One of these guys I used to play Minecraft with. You may not know him 100%. Yeah, you definitely won't know him. He's a pretty niche guy. Let me search up on NameMC real quick. And we can actually compare him on NameMC. Yeah, here's Solev, right? Here's all the Solev skins. Oh, okay, whoa, there's a lot of Solev skins. But these are like all his main skins, right? Maybe that one too. These are all his main skins. There's one other guy. Remember this progression of skins, all right? Oh, actually, I have to look at Solev first. Show me Solev. There we go. So here's all of his skins, right? Dang. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. But look at all these skins. These are his skins, right? Look at his like skin progression. Goes from cute to like cute, less cute, more business, and then very, very serious, evil leader of Imperia, right? Remember that progression. Now there's this guy that I know, well that I once knew. His name was Arvane. Pretty cool guy. I used to play Minecraft with him a bit. And if you look at his skins, they progress in a similar manner. Look at this. From regular little guy, right? Well, girl, I think. That was a skin. Regular little goober to bang, 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 until all the way up to this, like, freaking beast of a skin. He had, like, a bunch of lore behind it and stuff. And we played on a server together. It was pretty cool. Yeah. But, like, just seeing it reminded me of it. There's also these. I don't really know if I want to, like, leak these guys, though. So I'm just probably going to block this out in the video when I show you that. But yeah, I went off a tangent there. Remy the Rat. He is a solid B tier. Okay, Spider. All I know is that he was the one who started the attack on what's it called on the Commonwealth. He was the one who went to go like attack the Commonwealth, and that's pretty much it. I don't know much else about him. I do know that in 2.7 he did do some stuff like shoot, what was it again? He helped do a radio broadcast. Yeah. Um, I do know some stuff about the radio broadcast, but I don't really know if it's my place to talk about it. Uh, Actually, well, the radio broadcast. Okay, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Who cares, right? So the radio broadcast, it was kind of originally. I'm pretty sure it was originally some other players' ideas before Spider kind of took the initiative, I guess you could say, to message the admins of the event before everybody else, before the other players, to see if they have permission to do it. And essentially, him and Magic Sings got permission, were able to broadcast their message across the entire map. Um, I think it was all right. Just like, brother, you already got screen time in the 2.5. Yeah, he's gonna go around B tier. Okay, now for the two. Drum roll, please. Saparata and shoot, that's a terrible drum roll. Let's see. So Saparata, you get an A tier out of pity. I feel bad for what happened to you in the event because people were saying that, or I do know I've heard from people say that you were just going after it for the clout and like screen time and stuff, but yeah, it must have sucked having people say all that about you, even though it's like completely untrue. Yeah, that's why you're going A tier, and you also did a pretty good job. But the hold your horses, cowboy. Let me search it up. Uh, hold the horses, cowboy. Yeah, hold your horses there, cowboy. Please don't be a fan art. Okay, it's a fan art. But it's all right. It's all right. We like the fan art. King Octopus, nice fan art of Scylla. Actually, I said Scylla. Saparata. That actually reminds me of Buster Scruggs, kind of. Buster Scruggs, the really like horseman guy. Go search up. Saparata. What's it called? Saparata. Um, hold your horses there, cowboy. Let's see if I actually get the clip, not just a fan art. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna blur that out. I did not want to see that. Okay, on to a better topic of Spood. Spood the dude. Spood the hoonda dude. I actually really like him. He's really funny. See, in 2.5, he made me laugh, and then 2.7, I actually tuned into some of his streams in the afterlife. Now, that was fun. That was really fun. You're going to S tier. Well, I'd say that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let me see if there's any. I don't know if there's anyone else I can really talk about. What else do I know about these people? I actually don't know. I know shit, dude. I don't know nothing about these guys. Uh, oh, Cynic. I don't know if anybody else knows, but I forgot to put Lingolini on here. What am I doing? What am I doing, fellas? What am I doing? Let's find Lingolini. Lingu Lingolini. Come on, come on. There we go. Lingu. I forgot. Well, you're forever going to be this in my eyes. Yeah. So Lingolini. Just no, wait, not that, not that. Nope. Lingolini. Yikes, that's okay. That's not what I wanted. There we go. There we go. Lingolini. This is an abomination. We do not like that. You know what? Fine. We'll just keep that there and not use it. Okay, Lingolini. Funny, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. Backstabbing was a bit much for me. I liked him, but backstabbing when you're allies is like, come on, dude. Like, come on, brother. You don't got to backstab like that, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's any E tiers. You guys are all actually pretty high quality. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm sure Benji and 20JP, Horace, Turntap, Legacy, Cass, and Night Arcturus are all wonderful people. This this is originally supposed to be based on like what I thought of their characters, but it kind of turned into a bit of a rant, like other stuff about them. I'm sorry about that. This is just like what I think about all the guys. Well, Director Seven, I'm obviously biased for because he's my boss, like a boss. You know. Let's actually look at his skins. I actually like his skins a lot. Look at him. Just look at the man. Look at the dude. There's one of his skins, right? Dang, that's the skin I like. Look at him. Magnificent man, right there. Look at Dirk. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay, that's an interesting skin. That's Doom Guy. That's nice. Here's. Ooh, wait. This is very similar to his. Hmm. It's actually virtually the same as his Imperia skin. Interesting. Yeah. This is Director 7. The man himself, Director 7. I love that guy. He's a boss. All right, well, this is my. I'm pretty sure this is just going to have to be titled my state MC's tier list because, let's be honest, it's only main characters here except for maybe like a couple. Yeah, maybe Director 7 isn't the main character. But, yes, indeed, yo. This is pretty much it. Yeah. Mm, let's just have like a little think for a second. Let's see if any of these guys can be switched around. Lower or higher, so be warned. What's that one? It's got Flicks on. I think it deserves S tier for making the story interesting. Sinica for her devotion to the roleplay. Solev just for like being a leader multiple times in a row, and um, actually, he's all right. Elanulo did amazing. He's like crazy organized from what I've heard and seen, and like the 2.0 video about like the quartermaster system and everything. That was insane. I like him. Spood, funny guy, pretty cool. I like him. Joe Feel, she's pretty much A tier because she was the. I was gonna put her in A tier because she's like the leader of the cat of the tricolor, but she kind of died. I don't really know much of what she did. I think didn't she avoid? I think she avoided being assassinated at the meeting with Saporada, but she also ended up dying to Seraphim. So I think she ended up doing not that much as far as I know. For an old B tier. Sidefall, he deserves A tier for the whole Plains Island, doing it all when I was 14. By the way, holy crap! When I was younger, I was like, when I was 14, I was like drooling over my fingers, whatever. But this guy, he was leading a whole nation, so props to you. And he also did the really funny Rising Lava Award and things. That was awesome. Storming Hell, I mean, it's all right. Like, I'm pretty sure he's just an A tier. Wazak, yeah, he's an A tier. Alki, I like the guy, so he's an A tier. Storm, I said Storm. Turkey, A tier. Zekor, A tier. Saporada, S or A, S or A, S or A. I'm gonna go with A. Let's see these guys. That's Zomta, yeah. No, Davert. No, Zomta, Zomta. Zomta is a certified. I'm gonna go for B tier. Let's see tier. Let's see. Seth hyphen B tier. Beat Speak B tier. Zekor. No, that's Sitzkrieg. I'm stupid. Sitzkrieg is B tier. Drip Chicken is a B tier just for like because he was in the video and like he made the chicken like the Holos Boys Hermanos from Breaking Bad. Freshman because Aperion. I think that's Davrit. I'm pretty sure that's Davrit. I'm pretty sure that's Davrit. Davrit, B tier. Uh, what's his face? 3 Below Zero. B tier, yeah. Yeah, I'll go with B tier for that. Remy the Rat. He is a B tier on the same level as Drip Chicken, you know. They didn't do much in terms of like the grand overarching storyline. Spider, he's alright. Let's put him in B tier for now. Joe Feel, B tier. Linguini, B tier. Maybe. I did like his bit, but let's go with A tier. Okay, what's this guy again? Horus Crown. Horus Crown. C tier. I think that's deserved. Turn Tap was pretty much just like just in. I think he was in season 1, but in season 2.5, all he really did was like lead the nation and prevent Sakurada from dying. So that's C tier for me. Legacy, I like him C tier. Cass, actually, so like Cass, she was part of the Cass Coalition. She did act on what was on the evidence that was given to her about um, what's it called, about the assassination attempts. So she may get bumped up to like B tier ish. Yeah. Okay. And then Night Arcturus, yeah, he's a C tier. He did all right, but like storyline wise, I guess he did like was kind of like the main one of the big reasons for like the fight between Commonwealth and West Helm. So I might move him to C tier, B tier for like there's the story. And then Zompta, he's here. Benji, I mean, yeah, he was all right. JP, I didn't really see a lot about him. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, that's gonna be my ranking of all the characters from most of the characters, main characters from season 1 to 2.5/2.7. Some of these guys are in 2.7 as well. I'm pretty sure Zekor was in 2.7. I think that's his 2.7 skin actually. But yes, this is my current tier list. You are allowed to flame me in the comments section if you like. I don't really give a shit. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.